So let's go do this. I ordered this on eBay. I'll have a link to where I bought it. I've actually tested the LCD already. It already works. I'll also show you how to test the LCD before you even put it on. And I've got my Galaxy S4 here, and this one I actually ordered. When I turn it on, it's a GTI 9505. The screen doesn't turn on. So I was gonna take it back for a warranty, but I did disassemble it, so I avoided the warranty. But this one is made by Samsung. It's actually made in Vietnam. So there you go. There's proof that, I don't know, some things made in Korea are usually better, I think. They don't have defects. So it's a defective screen. I actually swapped out my AT&T Galaxy S4 screen with it. So I determined it was a screen. So I ordered a new screen. So let's go do this. Before we begin, you'll need a number 00 screwdriver and just a small flat head screwdriver, and also some kind of really sharp knife that's thin. All right, and also I've got my guitar pick, or one of those plastic tools. And also for heating, you might want to get, if you have a heat gun, that would be great. I've got this this adjustable dryer. It's actually for my dog, and it actually has a stand. So this is going to be great when you actually do it, or if you have somebody help you. You'll want to keep heating it while you take the screen off, which will help. And also I've got a suction, some kind of suction, so I can kind of pull it. I'm going to go ahead and use this and kind of pull it out slowly while it's heating. And what we're going to today try to attempt to do is take the screen off first and then the digitizer. That way we'll find out if it's possible to just replace the screen. And also this tutorial can help you replace just the screen or the whole digitizer. So my first attempt will be trying to get the LCD off. So let's go ahead and actually take the phone apart first. So go ahead and take the cover off, the battery off, all right? And very easy to disassemble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws. So go ahead and unscrew those 9 screws, and we'll just fast forward all this. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Hi on Android. All right, I've got all the screws off. It is very simple to take out the frame. I've actually done this a bunch of times. The simplest way, if you have long nails, is just to put your nails right here. Just go like this, very simple. Just get your nails in here somehow on one of the sides. Did I take all the screws out? Yeah. Start with where the power key is. This is where it's the easiest. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick my nail in. And as soon as it's in, just slide it all the way across, slide your nail all the way across, all the way across, and that's it. And that will pop the frame off. There's a little tab here. You don't have to actually mess with it, just kind of jiggle a little bit, and boom. There you go. That's how you take the frame off, and you don't need the frame anymore. So take that off. And also, there's a bunch of connectors here. Let me show you which one to take them out. You can go ahead and use your plastic tool. Guitar pick. Go ahead and take that one out, all right, starting from the left, and then the one at the top here, the small one there, and also the one next to it there. And also, you don't have to touch that. That's part of the motherboard. And this one here, all right, that's for the vibrator, and that's for the LCD here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to give you the test. So here's where you can do the test to see if the new screen will fix your phone. So go ahead and, oh, this popped out. Let me put it back in. It's supposed to be part of the unboxing. So let me go ahead and pop the LCD off here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop the new LCD here. And let's see if this new screen, if it powers up. All right, go ahead and put the battery in and push the power button. I already did this, so I know it's gonna work. All right, there you go. And I've got my Galaxy S4 running. And this is a great way. It could be possibly, you could kind of make something out of it. And you see I've actually got a custom ROM installed there. So you can test it out and it's working. Let's go ahead and take the battery out. So you don't need that. And go ahead and pop it off gently here. There you go. And we're gonna leave that aside. And we're going to go ahead and, oops, this fell out again. We're going to go ahead and unpop these. Let me go ahead and start again here. Let me zoom in. All right, go ahead and pop this one off first on the left, and also upper left here. There's one tab here, and also another one next to it. All right, that's 3 tabs. And the 3.5 millimeter jack and the vibrator there, and then the LCD. That's all the stuff you need to pop off. And then there's one black screw here you need to unscrew, and this will pop the motherboard off. Pretty easy. I am amazed at how easy it is to take the Galaxy S4 apart. Oh, and I forgot, there's additional one here. You want to pop this one off. There's some kind of is it antenna? There you go. Pop that one off, and the motherboard should slowly come out. Just go ahead and slowly pull it out, and just get all the connectors out of the way, and pull it towards you, kind of. Nope. There we go, and boom, that's off. And we're gonna set that aside. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and pull all of these other parts off because we're going to be heating our phone. We don't want to take a chance. So let's start with the bottom. Go ahead and unhook this blue here. And also for this one, the USB is very easy to take out. Just go use your flathead screwdriver, and there's a little tab there. And just go ahead and simply pull it, and it will pop out. And that will pop out. And then go ahead and pop this one off right here. It's a connector to your capacitive buttons. All right, that one is off. And then go ahead and use your flathead screwdriver and slowly and gently work your way in there. Kind of slide it, move it a little bit left and right. And this is kind of hard. You might have to just kind of slowly work it in there until everything just kind of comes apart. There we go. And pull it out. And that's pretty much it. And set that aside. All right, and you can pull the antenna wire out there. And boom, we have almost everything off. let's go ahead and take the 3.5 millimeter jack off there. There's a one screw here. Go all the way out and go ahead and pop that out. Come on. All right. That's popped out. All right, go ahead and gently lift it up. And boom, it should pop out. There we go. So we got that out. That's the headphone jack. And we're going to go ahead and pop this rest of it off. All right, next we're going to go ahead and gently pull this tab on the side here. And also kind of pull the tab here. And up here, you should be able to kind of get your flathead screwdriver in there. Oops. Ah. All right. There we go. Let me go ahead and pull this out. I just gently pull it out. It actually popped out. There we go. And we got that part out. That's kind of just a shield that's shielding everything else. And these things should just pop out. I believe this is the front camera there. So that's the front camera. And this should pop out also. That's the earphones headpiece. And let's see if I can get it out. Oops, there we go. Let me adjust the camera. Go ahead and gently pull it out. All right. And also the camera, or the headset. Kind of work it out there. All right. And there's some adhesive, so just pull it out very, very slowly. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. All right, so that's the headpiece. And there's a metallic piece also that's in front of the piece there. And we're almost done. We just need to pull this one out here. I forgot what this is for. I'm just going to take a really small flathead screwdriver, kind of work it in there real slowly until the adhesive comes off, and then that's all coming off. I'm going to work it slowly in there, making sure it's not going to break anything. Just going to go under it, all right? And I'm going to work it in there also, slowly. There we go. Kind of pops off there. And mission accomplished, but got stuck. Went back in, so I'm going to go ahead and work it in again. Just nice and slowly. And boom. And there we go. Got it off. Ah. It's got a little adhesive. So there you go. I believe that's, I don't know what that is. It's like some kind of vibrating motor. Or, all right. So we got it all off here, all right, and it's pretty much ready to go. And you can leave that on, obviously, because you can't take that out. And you can see, compare it to the new screen, and that's all the parts that's going to require. So there we go. That's a complete disassembly of the back. Now, if you're just taking out the screen, you probably don't have to do it. I'm only showing you that if you're doing the replacing the whole LCD digitizer. For just taking out the screen, you can just try it without taking anything out. But I do recommend taking everything out, since when you heat up your phone, and also you can heat the back of it when you take all the parts out. This one, there's nothing to burn as far as chip-wise, other than the existing LCD digitizer. We're going to replace just that chip and these chips. Just avoid heating these up too much. And also these chips can handle high heat pretty well. So just as long as you don't go too far above. And let me go ahead and start heating up. I'm going to go ahead and start putting I'm going to go ahead and adjust my thing here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and adjust it about there and point it exactly where I want it. And I'll start doing this. So let's try it. So first thing we're going to do is clamp on the suction cup here, my car phone holder. This is just a cheap car phone holder. And I'm going to go ahead and heat it up slowly until I see some edging. So this might take a while. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this. But as soon as I see some gap, I'm going to go ahead and use my tool here and try to kind of work it in there and get the screen off without breaking it. So let's go do this. This is just getting way too hot for me. Move it that way. So I'm going to start at the top and try to see if I can get the top part off first and then work my way down in, all right? So let's turn on our dryer there. All right, next I'm gonna go ahead and move this a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and move this a little bit to the right. I've got a nice suction on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. And at this point, it seems to be kind of pulling out by itself a little bit. So I'm just putting a little bit of force here and let it slowly kind of pull out by itself. All right. All right. Ooh. So we got the screen out, but in the process, the actual screen is cracked, which is fine. The important thing is the digitizer, but I think I did, I don't know, I think I messed up the digitizer also. So at this point, you know what, if you did try to do this and this happened to you, you'll need to get a whole new digitizer. But I think if you do have a little bit more patience and take more time, this is my first attempt just taking the screen out. You might be able to take just the screen out, but once you do that, you can just replace the screen here. There we go. But since I broke the digitizer, and since I'm going to replace the whole thing anyways, this thing is broken, the LCD itself, I'm going to go ahead and take the next part out, which is the digitizer. So let's go do this. All right, next I'm going to try to use the suction cup on the digitizer itself, so kind of pull out easily. You can just scrape it out, but it just makes things dirty. So let me go ahead and do this, and we'll try to take the digitizer out next. All right. Start at the bottom. All right, we'll take the home key out for now. Oops. All right. All right, we're gonna it's just not popping out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start just dismantling this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to work my way in here. And there's actually places you can kind of push. This is part of the LCD, so just go ahead and pop that out. All right, ready? Pop it out there. I'm just gonna pull it out since we're gonna use the new digitizer anyways. There we go. And just pop out all this nice LCD here. Uh-oh. Try to leave this on. There we go. Go ahead and pull it out. All right. Go ahead and apply a little bit of pressure here. All right. All right, looking actually pretty good. I'm doing a better job than I did before. I think by having the dryer while you do this certainly helps a lot, and you can get a nice clean out there. All right, and we're almost done. Let me go ahead and pop some of this off on top. This tape right here. Up. There we go. And let me go ahead and pull these out. All right, we're almost done. I've got most of that off, so I'm gonna put that aside. Yuck. And actually, I've got pretty clean pull out here. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all of this up here. All this stuff. Kind of scrape it off, because we probably won't need it. It's just adhesives. All right. And we're gonna leave the home button on there. And also there's a bunch of adhesive you'll want to probably pull out on the side, everywhere. There we go. Let me go ahead and pull all this out. More adhesives. All right. Don't worry about scratching. This thing is a pretty solid, some kind of alloy, magnesium alloy, I think. And let me go ahead and, yeah, I can leave this on pretty thin, so it's not going to really affect it. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up my desk real quick here. I'm just going to get all the big parts out that might kind of get in the way. There we go. And also by the, actually, you know what? I'm going to leave most of this on. Actually, I think I do need it. I'm just going to pull some of the side off, because this thing seems to be a little bit in the way. I'll pull the side off there. I'll leave, actually you should leave most of the top on, because when you put the new one on, there's no adhesives on this one. So do leave the top parts, and you can leave the side on too if it's not too bad. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the rest of it on, because it's just gonna be more work for me, and it's not, you're not gonna really see a difference. I'm not gonna get into the nitty-gritty, but it looks pretty clean enough. It looks pretty bad there. But let's go ahead into the next step. Let me go clean my desk, because I don't want some of this popping into my new LCD. All right, folks, so I'm going to make sure I put the home key back on. Last time I was doing it, I had to actually pull it out in the middle of reassembling. So I'm going to go ahead and put my white home key there. Will not want to go in there. Let's do this. There we go. And nice in place. I'm going to do a dry fit test real quick. And let me go ahead and put this in here. I'm going to go ahead and slide the LCD connector in there. Slide it in there. All right. And basically that's what it's going to look like with the home key. And there we go. I've got some weird things there. I'm going to go ahead and pull out. Go ahead and pull it out again. All right. All this will not matter because we're putting a new digitizer, so it's not going to really affect it. Yeah, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. All right. And I'll paste it on there. That's pretty much it, I think. What is this? Adhesives? Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out up here. All right. And we're going to go ahead and pull all of this out. And this is the last time I'm going to see it like that. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and push it in there. I think I didn't forget anything. I didn't. Oops. Go like this. And get the home button in there nicely. Is it in there? Yes, home button is working. My new white home button. And the transformation is almost complete. I'm going to go ahead and just push it down nice and easy. All right, go ahead and push it nice and easy. And hopefully I did everything right. If I messed up, then oh well. All right, make sure there's no gaps there. And it looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave this on for now. And let's go ahead and reassemble all of it here. First thing, we'll go with this guy here. Go ahead and set it back here. And let me go ahead and grab one of my things here. And make sure it's in the hole there. There we go. And that's in there. Oops. So let me make it brighter so you can see. I'm going to go ahead and put that back in there. And next thing is the speaker, or the receiver mount here, up here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. All right, just kind of push it down. And then the next part, which is the microphone, or the earhead piece. All right, push it down a little bit there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that there, the front camera. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the the protection here. It should snap in. Yeah, it just snaps in there. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the 3.5 millimeter. Grab one of these screws here and screw it back in. Actually, it's pretty simple. The whole process looks very scary, but anyone can actually do it. You know, I remember the first time I replaced my Galaxy S3 screen. I didn't know if I could do it or not, but it's doable. You just need to heat your phone until the screen comes off, and also the digitizer, pull it out, replace it, you know, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, it's not, oh, I still have some gap there. Uh-oh. Why do I have a gap there? Hold on. All right, next I'm gonna go ahead and put the bottom part in first here, just like we did here. Go ahead and just align the holes slowly and make sure it's aligned and just gently push it in there. And then connect this last part here. This will help it kind of stay in place. And kind of push it down slowly. Just kind of use the end of your screwdriver there. Kind of hold it down. All right, that should stay on just fine. Also, you can put the USB shield there, kind of pop it in place. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the motherboard back on. Just gently work it in there. Actually, we did most of the hard part. This is the easy part. Make sure that it's lined up. All right. Just kind of work it in there. And if you want to replace the camera, it's easy. It's so easy. Let me actually show you. A lot of people ask me that. You just have to get to where you take the motherboard off, and you just pop these two things off right here. That's it. That's the camera. A lot of people ask me, but it is so much easier than replacing the screen. I'm going to go ahead and pop it back on there, just for showing. Oops. Put it in there, make sure the camera's on the other side. There you go. So I showed you how to replace the camera there. So let me go ahead and do this. And I've actually lost the screw for this one. I've used the wrong one and it's just too long for it. So I'm just gonna leave it on without a screw. It should be fine because this is gonna all hold it in place. Once I have the back cover on, it shouldn't move around. I'm actually doing pretty good. I usually lose about 2 or 3 screws during disassembly of stuff, and you know, your phone will still work just fine. They have too many screws on there anyways. Go ahead and pop the first one, second one there, and also the bottom one here. 1, 2, 3, and also your 3.5 millimeter jack, and your new LCD jack here, and try to work it in there slowly. All right, doesn't want to align. All right, hold on. I've broken LCD again. That's why it broke in the first place. It's not aligned right. I've kind of forced it in there. Go. Ah. All right, it's really hard to get the LCD on, so instead of just trying to break my LCD, I'm gonna take the connectors out. I'm gonna let my board kind of be a little bit flexible so I can move it around until it kind of fits. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get the LCD in there first. Just angle it. It seems like I want to angle sideways for some reason. All right. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and connect it first, then we'll do the rest of it. There we go. I've got it in there. I'm going to slowly work my way in sideways. Can I do that? Yep. And meanwhile, my other part fell off. Not a huge deal. If I can just get it in there. All right, I'm going through way too much unexpected events here. All right, I got seated in there. And let me go ahead and put my jack in there. Just gonna push it in there. There we go. And I've got it all in there. The LCD connector finally connected. Let me go ahead and connect all these other ones. All right, there we go. And make sure you put the black screw back on. The top here, there's one black screw holding down your motherboard. And so much harder when doing it in camera because I'm not in the most comfortable angle. So it's actually harder, but I think it's a lot easier if I wasn't recording myself. There we go. Got the motherboard on. All right, here's the test we're gonna do and make sure the LCD is working. So go ahead and put the battery in and make sure everything works before you assemble everything. Is not powering on for some reason. Uh-oh. Oh, it is powering on, just the sound wasn't connected. Now the sound will not come on because the speakers are actually part of your bottom here. So we'll do that later. But the LCD is working just fine, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the battery. And we'll have to connect the antenna last here. So go ahead and align it the correct way. Go ahead and put this one in first. Here, I'll give you a better look there. So I'm going to go ahead and push that in. Make sure you do it exactly right on. Sometimes this thing can be a little fickle. And then put the other one on, right on top of it. There we go. And go ahead and gently work it in there. Using your screws. Don't put it in there and then try to connect it. I tried that, it's harder. It's a lot easier. Just connect it first and work the wires in later. So I am almost done here. That was a lot of fun actually. It looks very hard, but you can do it if you do have steady hands. And I've got everything working here. And go ahead and put this, your cover in last here. All right, and we should have a working GTI 9500 with the screen. And go ahead and put the power on here. Make sure this is tapped down, otherwise the speakers will not connect. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn on and check for everything. All right, make sure I get sound here.